Hi, Leo Rising Sign. Here is your weekly forecast starting on the 2nd of February until the 8th of February. So, very first up is Mercury and Venus. Both are in sextile to Chiron. Now, this is your seventh and ninth house trigger. Maybe a partner or a close collaborator helps you see the healing potential in your worldview, letting you know that you have to be changing your mindset. Maybe this is going to be actually a close partnership or having to change your mindset about relationship topics also. Maybe actually you are able to settle a legal or an ethical disagreement, but just connecting authentically with someone. Or it could be a new agreement or a contractual agreement, and that might be expanding your horizon or giving you the opportunity to travel. Or you might realize that your one-on-one relationships are your greatest source of spiritual growth. And maybe this is about speaking your heart to a significant partner and trying to bridge the gap between your beliefs and their reality. Now, the next stop is Saturn. Saturn is on 29 degree, and that's your eighth house. It looks like that you are about to be finishing a 2.5 year shadow work. Maybe it's connected to psychological matters or even shared resources. Imagine this as a final audit of your debts, taxes, intimacy departments as well. Maybe it's about clearing those final karmic uh, debris from a period of very intense personal transformation. Finally, it can pay off, especially if you put the hard work in to make certain type of changes. Maybe this is the end of a time when a crisis situation is about to kind of leave you. But it was a 2.5 year test of your psychological boundaries. And then you are getting the very final exam. Maybe you are closing the books on a cycle of dying and being reborn when it comes to privacy, intimacy, and so forth. Now, next up is Sun and Ceres sextile. So again, it's switching on your seventh and ninth house. And Ceres is like an emotional fuel. And maybe you get the courage now, you get the support to expand your horizon potentially by a partner of yours. Maybe this is about trying to balance out how much you get listened to by the partner and how much the partner actually shares with you. So maybe this is kind of like a secret being revealed to each other. Maybe a relationship that is has been causing you certain type of a sorrow, and now we are able to talk about it, and then we are ending that. Or it could even represent that you finally get your visa, for example, or there is a legal question that we are able to put on a more stable foundation. And also, definitely, it is about realizing that your one-on-one connections are actually the roots of your spiritual growth. Maybe it's about me wanting to share a journey with my partner. And then I'm going to start the growth. We want to be growing together. Next up is Mercury entering Pisces. So that's going to be your eighth house. And it looks like it's about an intimate conversation. It's about understanding each other without any type of words or being able to say, I'm sorry. Or someone is able to tell you that they are sorry. Maybe it's about conversations having to have with someone about intimacy, shared resources, and finances. Maybe you start researching taboo topics or occult topics as well, and it's kind of like you are trying to improve your intuition. Maybe if it comes to financial agreements or you are negotiating about finances, this would recommend you having to try to read between the lines of that contractual agreement because it could be something that might be misleading. And maybe this is about a mental journey, the mental journey and the transformation of that. Or maybe you are able to communicate with the shadow. Maybe you're gonna start doing certain type of prayings. Next up is Venus and Uranus square. So that's going to be happening in your seventh and 10th house. And this could indicate that you have got a disagreement with a partner or a competitor or a business partner about career topics. This could indicate that you feel this urge to liberate yourself from a professional agreement or contract as well. Or I can imagine an unexpected social event that is coming up or an unexpected collaboration, for example. You need to be careful with this collaboration because it could be disrupting your public reputation. Or maybe you are ready to walk out of a relationship. Maybe because it's limiting your status. Maybe because this person doesn't want to get married and so forth. Or there is a shocking proposal and that is changing my kind of like life path completely. Now let's look at the asteroids. Two of them, Hopi and Phaeton, enters your Taurus cusp of your chart, which is your 10th house, the house of career. It really feels like that you might feel a little bit tempted to to kind of crash the gates of your career success. But you need to ensure that your professional reputation is bulletproof. Or maybe a job opportunity that comes out of the blue. Maybe this would be something that is supporting your physical as well as your financial health. Or maybe your business is moving a lot faster than you ever imagined. But let's say there could be a struggle with, for example, having enough resources, such as employees. Or you might feel responsible that we have to be leading with taking the right action because others are taking reckless shortcuts. This is kind of like a chariot moment here at work. And maybe you have to be proving that you can handle the pressure, that you can handle the speed, and without losing the foundation. And then we've got Nemesis entering the sign of Capricorn, which is your sixth house. And this is about daily discipline is getting audited by your health. And lack of structure in your routine is basically your enemy. You have to be remembering that. So Nemesis is important because it's going to remain here until the end of the year. So it's kind of like charging up pretty much your sixth house. So it could be talking to you about not necessarily getting on, for example, with co-workers either. And then it can feel like that they are kind of like an enemy to you. Um, one other thing that I wanted to mention, like I said, your body is getting audited here. So this is going to require you to review your lifestyle. Maybe it's forcing you to get serious about getting healthy. Or maybe there is a hidden enemy in your workplace and it's going to get revealed to you. Or maybe your enemy is lack of organization or not being structured, and someone can call you out on that. Or maybe you are being forced to attend certain type of mundane tasks that you have been trying to avoid or procrastinate. But also that inner critic within you can be focused on productivity, or someone is demanding you to become more efficient. It can be a doctor, it could be a boss, and so on. So, this is your weekly energy pattern all together, dear Leo. So, I think if we want to create a bit of a summary, what you need to be paying attention to, of course, this week, relationship topic is the number one focus. Remember, you have got a very strong seventh house right now. So the relationships that you are experiencing are definitely in focus. It could be super overwhelming because we've got like seven planetary bodies, even more actually, nine planetary bodies in the sign of Aquarius. And this is about wanting to get detached or wanting to get closer. Remembering that relationships are your mirror as well as your bridge at the same time. A relationship can help you heal your worldview, but maybe certain type of sudden disagreement could change your career path overnight. As you close a cycle of an intense psychological transformation, it also feels like that you are getting pushed to go towards a career ambition, that you shouldn't be afraid anymore. And Nemesis in your sixth house definitely warns you that don't let your chariot speed ruin your physical health rituals because you're going to have to stay on track. So good luck, Leo rising sign, and I will see you next week. Take care. Bye bye.